Hi, I'm Sonia Ward for Harmony Success Solutions, and today I'm going to talk to you about habits, what they are and how to break them, how to identify them. Habits are a recurrent unconscious behavior or pattern. It's something that you do and that you reinforce by repetition. That means it's something that you do that you've naturally formed and you repeat it over and over again until it becomes a part of your makeup. Habits are definitely difficult to break. One of the habits that I have that was brought to my attention was using the word too frequently. Now, using the word is just simply an opportunity for the speaker to buy time to get to the next thought, or to pause to let you know that they're approaching the best answer. However, doesn't come off very well. It doesn't come off very confirming or confident or they just don't buy it. What's the about? My name is Sonia Ward, and I am here to it becomes a major habit. It doesn't necessarily mean that the person who's speaking has no clue what he or she is saying, but it certainly comes off that way. Thus breaking the habit to use the word rather than allowing silence to breathe and to confirm that you are aware of what you're saying and that you have the right to pause to think about it and that you have a right to allow for empty space to be a part of your conversation with the person or the group or audience. It's not illegal to pause to think about it. There's nothing wrong with silence. For example, hi, my name is Sonia Ward, and I am here to talk to you about, or hi, I'm Sonia Ward. Today we're going to talk about breaking bad habits. Again, as opposed to, hi, I'm Sonia Ward, and we're going to talk about breaking habits today to help you, you see the difference? Some of the habits that other people have may be smoking cigarettes, biting their nails. Here's one of my favorites, clicking the pen. It's so annoying. Saying Some of the other habits could be simply gossiping, doing a little too much talking, where you get into a habit of having a certain kind of conversation with a certain remnant of people, perhaps with someone that you talk to frequently, perhaps with someone that you speak to frequently, perhaps with someone that you spend a lot of time with and you speak to frequently, where the two of you are accustomed to having a conversation that is filled with aimless chatter and gossip. And then there could be someone else in your life that you talk to frequently, that you talk about things that are more productive in nature. Those are the kind of conversations that make a difference in your life, as opposed to the kind of conversations that are kind of aimless. The kind of conversations that are aimless. The kind of conversations that are aimless in nature and really don't produce any good fruits in your life or anyone else's. Procrastination is one of the biggest habits to break. When you become accustomed to procrastinating, you get clever and crafty with your time, how you use it, and potentially how it uses you. When you procrastinate, you will often think that you have an excuse that is a good excuse, that should be a good enough reason to walk away from your obligations so that you can say, there was something more important to do, it wasn't me. You really don't want to take the blame for your behaviors, your actions, your inactions, or anything in between. So you come up with an excuse, or you have or offer an excuse that could very well be real, but it certainly doesn't help you with accomplishing the goal that you set out to do. There are habits that are good and there are habits that are bad. By nature, we tend to develop bad habits. However, we can break those habits. One of the first things we need to do is accept, recognize, and realize that there is an issue, there is a habit that is negative in nature, and we need to break it. One of the things we need to do is recognize that when we speak, we say so frequently that it confuses the listener, and we actually lose value with the audience. So we need to own up to the fact that we bite our nails, that we click our pen, that we're smoking cigarettes, that we're saying a little too much, and the word has no meaning. So that we can begin to replace the bad habits with habits that are good. So making a conscious decision to accept the habit, that it is something that we need to work on, paying close attention so that we can eradicate the problem. One of the first things you can do is speak that I have a habit. And one of my bad habits is that I click the pen when I'm having conversations. And it could be very annoying to my audience, to my listener, or to the person that I'm having a conversation with. In fact, no matter what I say, how important or powerful it is, the only thing they can seem to focus on is the clicking of the pen. How annoying. It's almost as if another person came and began to talk over top of your conversation and you'd be distracted by it, but you've become so accustomed to the clicking of the pen that you don't even hear it and realize that it is watering down your message. It is really important that we recognize such habits, such as gossiping. We don't want to become known as the person to go talk to with garbage, with gossip. We don't want to be the go-to gossip person. That is a habit that is biblically not acceptable, that is socially not acceptable, and that is just really something that has no fruit. It will produce nothing positive. Biting of the fingernails is a bad habit because it's unattractive and it's unhealthy and it's not good hygiene. Yuck, it's nasty. So we want to have healthy fingernails. Not ones that we bite, but those that we clip and file if we're not aiming to grow long nails. Some of the things that we do come from nervous energy. We may have an overabundance of energy, be anxious for some reason or another. It could be from consumption, too much caffeine, too much sugar, too much of the wrong foods. We need to recognize the foods that give us energy and life and the foods that drain us and take such away, and begin to consume the kind of foods that will make a difference in our lives, in our energy, and in our presentation skills. Trust me, diet, rest, and exercise play a major role in the way that you convey your message, in the way that you present yourself, and the way that you are able to focus and bring about clarity. Anytime that you're going to present yourself or a product or project that you stand behind, you ought to do it in the spirit of excellence, which means that you should do your due diligence, do your homework, be prepared, know what you're talking about, and most importantly, know your audience. Know what your audience is looking for, so that when you present the information, you are absolutely striking gold with the body of people who are there to hear what it is that you have to talk about. Habits are something that we feed. We have to stop feeding the habits if we don't want to continue to grow the habits. We need to starve the habits so that they will no longer be so prevalent in our lives. How would I say that differently with that habit? We need to really think about the habits that we're forming, and that the habits that you see what I mean? Habits that need to be broken need to be broken. We need to be serious as professionals as we present ourselves in various arenas, so that whatever it is that we're saying and conveying is not interrupted by our own personal mannerisms and behaviors that water down our messages and make it hard for people to believe what we're saying, trust what we're saying, or buy into, more importantly, what we're saying. So once you stop feeding the habit, it would be really, really good stuff if you could replace the bad habits with good ones. Now, as for the habit of saying replacing with a pause for thought is a very smart thing to do. What that means is that instead of saying you'll say nothing. And there's nothing wrong with empty space. In fact, when delivering a message, one gets the opportunity to digest what you've given them. That pause gives them room to anticipate something great that is coming. That anticipation connects you with your audience. Here's an example. Hi, I'm Sonia Ward. Let me just pick up any product here. Hi, I'm Sonia Ward, and I've been using this vitamin E oil for 15 years, and it has some great properties in it. Did you really think that I knew what I was talking about? Probably not. But a better approach would be like, hi, I'm Sonia Ward. Many of you may have heard about Sunshine's pure vitamin E oil. What I find most attractive about this product is its shelf life. There are preservatives in here that are natural, that preserve the shelf life. You see what I mean? I did stutter there for a moment because this is impromptu. But whenever you're presenting a product or project or yourself, you don't want to rely on impromptu. You want to be prepared so that you do know the benefits of the oil, that it has benefits for the skin, it has internal benefits, that it fights free radicals, that it aids against cancer, that it has so many. You don't want to just say so many, you want to give them facts. Preparation will allow you to present those facts, but your presentation skills are as important as preparation. So breaking unhealthy habits or breaking bad habits such as stuttering because you're looking for the word to say, or saying because you're searching for the next thing to say, is not the way to go. So let's begin to eliminate those bad habits by realizing and recognizing that they do exist, then by replacing them with healthy habits. For the word we've decided to go with silence. Silence works for me. As for smoking, you're smoking a cigarette. You have the sensation of lifting your hand to your mouth all the time. You want to do something different with it. Decide to use your hands to do your own eyebrows. It gives you a really soothing sensation of using your hands. Use your hands to knit or crochet, or to sew, or to draw, or to become creative. Or if you want to keep lifting your hands to your mouth, use it to eat fruits. Small pieces, so that you use that time span. Pick up a grape. Savor it. Chew on it. Swallow it. Go for the next puff. Pick up a grape. Savor it. Chew it. Swallow it. Replace that unhealthy habit, gossiping. The very next time someone says, hello, how are you? Did you hear about? As a matter of fact, I'm really busy working on a project. You're not lying. That project is you. That project is for you to break unhealthy habits. So the next time you get the gossip call, you say, I'm really busy. I'm working on a very important project. Can I get back to you? After a while, they'll get it. And then you'll be strong enough to say that there are so many things that you can only get done in the course of a day. And that time is precious. And you don't have much of it to talk about others' concerns. You've got to use your time for more productive pursuits. That works. One of the next things you can do is stop saying, I just did it. Be cognizant. When presenting, think of the thing that is a habit and defy it. Make a rule, a policy. There is a no policy. I will not use the word while talking to people face to face, while talking to people over the phone, while thinking inside my own head, and while presenting before an audience, even on a video. That is a rule set in stone. Doesn't live here anymore. Give the pink slip. Send it packing. Okay? It may be difficult to break these habits, but you're going to have to push past the pain. It's going to require that your willpower be something that you're willing to push for. Your willpower over the difficult accomplishment of breaking a habit that has become second nature to you. Here's the good news. When you replace unhealthy habits with healthy habits, they become habits. And healthy habits are okay. They can move in, settle in, and stick around. They are good for you, good to you, and good for others that are around you. No exceptions. No biting of the nails. No speaking of the and the No smoking of the cigarettes. They're not good for you. Those are bad habits. No emotional eating. When you realize that you're eating just because, you'll know that it's emotional eating. Meals are something that you plan. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Perhaps 2 snacks in between. But they're planned. They are not just by happenstance. Do not eat if it is not within the scope of your nutrition and diet. Make a decision that things are going to change, that they're going to be towards your greater good, and stick to it. Make a decision and stick to it. Thanks for listening. I'm Sonia Ward for Harmony Success Solutions, here talking to you today about breaking unhealthy habits and bad habits and replacing them with good ones. Please subscribe to my channel and go ahead and click like if you like this video, and by all means share it with your friends. Have a wonderful day.